You are going to be tested thoroughly in life. Your physical, intellectual, and spiritual sides are all going to undergo severe turbulence. It's simply how people of value are distinguished from the rest. So, there's no way of skipping those moments. One must learn to endure and push through till the sun is out again. In light of this understanding and acceptance, one must adequately prepare themselves for this eventual battle, if not already in the midst of it. And the way to do that is by being mentally prepared and up for the task at hand. The Great Stoics, they did significant work in this realm, trying to extract the best, or one could say, the most optimal way for a human being to function. I'm going to share some tried and tested wisdom with you that will prove to be of significant use on your journey, through all the ups and downs, victories and losses, joy and contempt. If you're ready to embark on this path of enlightenment, let's get started. Firstly, always be iron-willed about your ambitions. This idea is about staying true to what you want and not letting others' opinions bother you. If you have a dream for yourself, maybe it's to become a successful entrepreneur or an artist, something not common around you. Expect people to make fun of you. Be prepared to hear things like, "Oh, so you think you're a big shot now?" Or, "You're all different now. I miss the old you." The fact is, growth and change is natural. When someone themselves are stuck in time, they expect others to do the same. Hence, they'll try to belittle you and keep you in your cocoon. But be very clear, you're not going to compromise. I'm not promoting having an arrogant attitude, just that you should stick to things that give you purpose first. If you stay true to yourself, those who used to make fun of you will eventually end up respecting you. If you let others change your mind, you'll just end up being laughed at twice. People way too often give up on what they're good at just to please others. As Epictetus once said, if you let what others think about you change your goals, it's not a failure because you tried and didn't succeed. It's a problem because you let others decide for you. Next, ignore the negative remarks, which are simply opinions. Brothers, you must master the art of brushing off negative comments which are bound to come your way. If someone undermines you or something you did, you must accept one brutal fact. They believe they're right in doing so. Never be under the illusion that everyone, or even anyone, will see the world through your eyes. They all have their own perspectives. The reality remains, you can't control how others see you. When they judge you unfairly, they only harm themselves by missing a chance to understand you better. Detach yourself from the need of gaining acceptance or validation. And also, be patient with others' judgments. When you invest too much in what people think of you, you'll find yourself constantly trying to appease everyone but yourself, leaving your own self miserable. One must always remember who they are and stick to their own values. Picture this, for example. You're a stylist and just designed a new product. If you're proud of it, it's a natural instinct to share it with others and get positive feedback, or you can say, validation. But when you do so, you notice the reception wasn't like how you expected it to be. In moments like these, you'll have second thoughts and doubt your own capabilities and creativeness. However, I strongly suggest that you don't go down that route. If you start trying to make others happy, you'll lose the only thing which makes you stand out from the billions of others, your voice. Moving on to the next point, eliminate all your insecurities. You can't go around living in never-ending shame. Your worth is in what you control and your decisions, not in others' opinions of you. The mistake many make is that they try shaping themselves up according to what they think others will approve of. You'll see it quite frequently online nowadays. It's why I always say, never chase social media validation. It's as toxic as it gets. Ask yourself, is it worth doing certain things for others' satisfaction, simply to feel like you fit in? All you're doing is putting your mental happiness in the hands of others. The fact is, we've all done things that felt shameful, despite us having no ill intent. In such a case, simply laugh off others' opinions. It holds as much power as you allow it. About social media and its obsession in the modern world, let me assure you, popularity doesn't equal to your happiness. If you're constantly changing for the approval of others, it'll only lead to internal conflict and tension. Agree to live life in your own means, doing what's right for you. The entire essence of Stoic philosophy is to care only about what you actually control. Moving on to principle 4, try understanding why it is that someone is opposing you. Many times, we tend to take verbal abuse personally and not truly get to its root cause. This is what leads to unresolved emotions, which then come out in unpredictable ways. Remember, not everyone will align with your views, and thinking otherwise is self-destructive. Tell me, is it possible that everyone shares your worldview? Not in a million years. When you feel insulted, instead of absorbing it, simply reflect. You know yourself best. Figure out if you acted wrongly in the first place. If you didn't, can you understand the motive behind the insult? Most of the time, probably not. It's how Epictetus put it. Someone's insults to you are only reflections of their views and thoughts, not of you. It's crucial to make that distinction. If you find yourself in a heated discussion, pay heed to these few things. Examine your own standing. Do you genuinely believe you're in the right, or are there some doubts? If you're confident in it, defend it wholeheartedly. Next, whatever ensues, stay calm and composed. You always want to avoid strong reactions. More often than not, you'll end up doing something you highly regret in hindsight. Despite being completely aware of your own truth, brothers, you should still try to understand the other perspective. Two views can exist simultaneously. While one sees a 6, the other sees a 9. Hence, instead of arguing on the surface level about the apparent differences, go deeper and understand where the differing perspectives originally stem from. Lastly, just know yourself on a profound level. There shouldn't be any insecurity when you're faced with criticism. A lot of people lack the ability to interpret negativity without getting their feelings hurt. Lastly, hone your mental resilience. We let the external interfere with our emotions way too much. It doesn't make sense when you truly think about it. You wouldn't let just anyone walk all into your home, would you? But we're completely open to having others, who we might not even have an ounce of respect or admiration for, come in and have their way. Brothers, it's time to build a fortress of self-discipline and resilience in your mind. Here's the real deal. An insult or a rude remark only stings if you decide it does. Your peace isn't in someone else's hands. When you feel your anger sparking up, hit pause, take a deep breath and ask, is it really worth losing my cool over? Spoiler alert, most probably not. Mastering this self-control is like unlocking a whole new level of life, free from unnecessary drama and a mind that can handle anything. That's real freedom and independence. Thank you for watching today's video, and see you in the next one. Stay blessed.